everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Kathy, the Events and Marketing Officer at SCA Australia, and we're delighted to have Google Cloud as one of the gold sponsors for the SCA 2024 conference. And today we have the pleasure of speaking with Injae Kwak, the HPC lead for Asia Pacific at Google Cloud. Welcome, Injae. As the HPC lead for APAC at Google Cloud, could you share a bit about your journey and the key initiatives that you've been involved in that contribute to Google Cloud's efforts in helping enterprises and governments to transform?
So I think for me, I think a good place to start is look, I'm very fortunate to work with customers in both private and public sector. And essentially it's to help them drive R&D and new innovations through the power of cloud. Right? And I think there's really two different tracks here. So first is really about seamlessly scaling existing HPC environments into the cloud. So think about hybrid cloud. And that's really to take advantage of the inherent elasticity and scalability of the infrastructure, right? So it could be research organizations looking to run faster climate modeling. It could be to help optimize material design simulations, maybe computations in bioinformatics, or in healthcare and drug discovery. So it's about how do we take existing environment and how do we complement that with the cloud. The second one's a bit of a different approach, and it is something that I've kind of just see more and more with my customers, and that's really to help introduce new transformative ways of how HP simulations can be run, especially using the power of AI and machine learning. So look, a method that we know that works well is to scale HPC by adding more compute, right? So take top supercomputers in the world with millions of cores for exascale. But as an alternative approach, how do we take new breakthrough methods and run simulations more efficiently? So, one good example that I always give is AlphaFold, right? Which is an AI solution published from Google DeepMind in about late 2020. That's for protein folding. So before AlphaFold, it'll take roughly about an average of about $100,000 and a PhD researcher about 1 year to simulate one single protein folding. And there's millions of them. So, but by using this new method, we've been able to collaborate with entities like European Bioinformatics Institute to basically publish a database of 200 million proteins using this method in less than 2 years. So, so maybe there's two different answers there, right? So one is about complementing existing environments through the cloud, and second one is what are some revolutionary new ways of running HPC that are cloud native?
Yeah, thank you, Injae. So Google is one of the most recognizable brands globally for its innovation. Can you elaborate on the unique aspects of Google Cloud's approach and how Google are taking that to customers in HPC space?
I think innovation is something in our heart, but I think for me, a good place to start is to think about Google itself mission, right? Not Google Cloud, but Google and Alphabet. So from our search engine. So really, our mission statement for Google, which is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. So this is the philosophy that we've inherited in Google Cloud, right? Where we provide a platform to easily deploy and scale new innovations we've discovered, but more importantly, shared with the world, so therefore making it accessible. So, I gave examples of AlphaFold before, but there's deep variant for genomic sequencing analysis. There's a whole software ecosystem around quantum computing, such as Cirq, QSIM, and even our core cloud HPC solutions are also based on open source technologies, right? So which gives the customers the flexibility to use cloud environments without necessarily locking you into a single place, or even forcing you to throw away existing processes and knowledge, right? So, and having forcing the customers to learn new sets of tools and workflows just to use the cloud. Right? So again, that's it goes in our philosophy, and it's been in our design footprint from day one. It's a theme that we'd like to continue with our customers for Google Cloud.
Now, looking ahead, technology is constantly evolving. As the HPC lead for APAC, what trends or innovations do you foresee shaping the future of cloud infrastructures in the APAC region? And how is Google Cloud positioning itself to lead and adapt to these emerging trends?
I think maybe something I can share is I really see two key trends emerging with a lot of customers that I work with. So first, I think in 2020, a lot of HPC users are aware of the cloud and the potential to solve scalability challenges, right? So I like to think HPC in cloud is almost a new normal. So people are aware of it. But the challenge still remains around how do we adopt the cloud, right? So, for example, HPC users aren't necessarily cloud experts. So, continuing that, the challenge, focusing on abstracting the cloud. So, allowing these users to take advantage of the cloud and use the cloud without forcing them to expertly configure everything. I think that will be an ongoing theme for this year, and it has been a theme for the last few years or so. So we'll probably continue seeing that theme, and that is something that Google Cloud has been focused on from day one. Right? So we have a partner first strategy, and what that means is, we work with a lot of software vendors and ISVs within HPC. So if you, for example, continue to use Nextflow today, and you're using maybe some sort of a storage system like Lustre, we can continue working with those vendors to make sure that you can continue using those tools and the processes that you are on, in your existing environments, and seamlessly take that workflow and use the cloud without even really knowing that you're actually running in cloud, right? So that's kind of a theme that I think everyone would still converge around this year. The second key trend that I see emerging really is, again, seeing that continuing convergence of AI and HPC. Right? So we're already continue to see new innovations, especially with customers that I'm working with across multiple industries, from finance, banking, to pharmaceuticals, drug discovery, healthcare, manufacturing, and even weather forecasting. So really the key outcomes there is, how do we run our simulations faster, cheaper, and more accurately using power of AI versus the conventional classical HPC. So there's two key threads there. Again, continuing with what I think what I saw, that two-track speed, where how do we sort of take advantage of cloud in an easier way, but also at the same time, how do we explore some potential new ways of doing things, which might give us some benefits there.
Thank you. I'm very excited to see Google Cloud's future developments. And Google Cloud's participation in SCA 2024 is highly anticipated. Can you provide insights into the topics or initiatives Google Cloud plans to showcase at the conference? And how does Google Cloud view its role in contributing to the discussions and advancements in the technology landscape through SCA 2024?
I think more importantly, the most important thing is really understanding and focusing on customers, right? So we're super excited to hear more about emerging trends and some of the challenges and innovations that will likely be showcased by Asia Pacific customers and institutions and SCA. So I think first, we'd love to hear more about some of the challenges and some of the new initiatives and projects that's happening locally, and especially from the students and the call for papers. So we'd love to see more of that as well. But importantly, we'll also be happy to share the latest trends that we see across our wider customer base, not only in APAC, but across globally, right? I think sharing what we've seen in SC23 in the US, with ISC, with SCA. So there's a lot of different, fortunately, a lot of industry events, a lot of customers across multiple industries, private sector, public sector. So first, I think we'd love to share some of the challenges and how some of the other customers have started to address their challenges, and share that with the local institutions here. But in a second, we'll also, again, love to share the latest in cloud technologies, trends, research from the wider Google organization, and see how we can sort of benefit from the latest R&D.
Thank you so much. We're all very excited. To wrap up, what message or insights would you like to share with our audience today?
I think I'll go back to my previous one. Look, we'd love to chat. We'd love to chat and find out more about your challenges and how do we work together. And collaboration with research organization is something that we've done for a long time. We'll continue to do, and that is our focus. So we'd love to collaborate and see if there's any joint publications or research or collaborations or experience we'd like to run together, and see if we can make the world a better place together.
Thank you so much, Injae, for sharing your valuable insights into Google Cloud's infrastructure modernization efforts in the APAC region. And we appreciate your time, and to our audience, be sure to explore Google Cloud's offering at SCA 2024. We look forward to seeing you at there.